Hey everyone, this is Willie G with the Early Birds. We're excited to be here today, really excited to be here today. We have a special guest. I'll get to that in a minute. I got to give you my little 2 cents on what we're here for and why we're here. So, the Early Birds, we're here to really promote two things: one, advertising and income. We're here to provide you a community of people and resources to help you build whatever business that you're building. But, I'm injecting this, we have programs that we highly recommend that you join. And when you join us here in Early Birds, we have a team build, and within the team build, we just give you additional support, guidance, refer to those resources. Okay, so I did a Facebook Live today. I got to touch base on this, and I had a lot of fun with it. Talking about persistence. And the reason I got on that is so many people that I talk to on a daily basis, and believe me, there's a lot of people on a daily basis, and they're reaching out and they're talking about different programs and what they're doing and how to do this, that, and the other. But I try to peel back the onion and get to the basis of why they're in a home business. You know, many are in affiliate marketing, many are in MLMs, network marketing, whatever business they're in, I don't care. My goal is to get to the why, okay? And, many use that cliche, that saying, the why that makes you cry. There's truth to that. You have to have a reason and a purpose. But the past week or so, I've been really in these conversations about persistence. And if you go to my Facebook wall, you'll see it, persistence everywhere right now. You got to really focus on being persistent. And what does persistence mean? Well, this area are entrepreneurs, okay? And those of you that have jobs, I'm not downing jobs. Jobs are a great thing. We need people to have jobs. My wife has a job. She loves what she does. I hate working for somebody else. I've been there and done that. I was actually the person in charge. I've been in retail where I've had 250 employees, and it was like a big daycare. I made really good money. That wasn't the point, but I didn't just work for the money. So my why was focused on something different. That's why I took myself out of that position and plugged myself into something that's even harder. Okay, so you've got to focus on your business, but focus on developing and bringing more to the table. And what that means is learning. And here at the Early Birds, we do so much to help you in that piece as far as learning about marketing, plugging into something where as you're learning about marketing, you can plug into resources that make money, especially Bitcoin. And I don't know if you guys have looked at the price of Bitcoin here lately. When you do, your mind's just going to go boom. Okay. But you've got to stay focused and you've got to stay persistent. Okay. You don't give up. Don't let anyone derail you or take you off track. So that's my 2 cents for today on that. So now we're going to give this to, I'm Hollywood. We got the mad scientist. I'm going to let him take it. He's going to get into our focus today. We normally focus on a program. We have 7 different programs that we highly recommend that you jump in. And today we're going to focus on Infinity Push. I'm going to hand it off to you, and you run with it, mad scientist.
I'm the mad scientist. I'm not happy about this branding, to be honest. Well, in the Top Gun film, he had a much cooler handle. What did they call him? Goose or Maverick or something like that?
Yeah, Maverick and Goose.
Well, the mad scientist, I'm not sure about that. We'll have to rethink this one, I think. But anyway, for today, yesterday we did Hits Monkey, which was an advertising source and an income stream and an email list builder. Now you've got the advertising source, you need. Remember I said yesterday, if you watched the Hangout yesterday, cross-promotion. And this is one of the programs. In the Early Birds, we don't pick useless programs. We'll give it a lot of thought. We'll do the maths. That's important. If something's not mathematically sustainable, we don't throw it there. Willie's got his things. I've got my things. Tammy and everybody else has got their things. But when it comes to the Early Birds, it's not to make we're billionaires. It's to find a source of income, backbone income, and a place to advertise whatever it is you're out there doing in your wild goose chases. This is your home base. And I'm sorry, I'm going to speak out loud because I had a few conversations yesterday with people. And one of them said, how much is it? You had it the other day. How much is it? I said, whoa, just stop. Go look over the website. It's not about taking your money. It's about providing leverage with each other as a team and using the tools to advertise and make an income on it. I think all but one of our 7 Super 7 are Bitcoin based. should we say. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen, and I'm a little bit excited because I've been working again with my fingers, the mad scientist. But I'll share my screen, and then I'm going to hand you over to a special guest. So just let us know when I'm sharing. Am I good?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so there you go. You're the first. If you're lucky enough to watch the Hangout, you're the first people to see a little bit of a fresh design for the. So that's the wrong page. That was yesterday's page. I want Infinity Push. So that wasn't a free advertisement for. Oh, what's going on? Yeah. Here it is. Sorry, excuse me. So this is the new design for the front page, and what I've done is I've put everything in one place. So when you come to the Early Birds teambuilder.com, you've got your tabs over here. All our team build projects are here. All our tools, help and setup pages. I still haven't finished. Give us the weekend, but I'm just going to give you a preview of what's happening with Infinity Push. I've set up a place people, when once we push some traffic to it, they'll arrive here, watch a couple of videos, explains the program a little bit. They can join from here, and which is a rotator link. It's not my link or Willie's link or anybody else's. It's a rotator link. 2 people, you're out the rotator. So it's a way of helping everybody leverage within the team to get some results. Basically, a kickstart. It's a lot of people struggle, and they need that little bit of confidence to get going. There's the motivation, shall we say. I've stopped sharing, haven't I? Hang on, I'm useless. Right. Well, anyway, so there you go. They can join, and then once they've joined, they can click this button to add themselves to the rotator. Click the button, share on two places, and I'm going to do it live because I kind of, I try to keep it as simple as possible, but we'll share it on 2 social. It says there, share on 2 social media networks to get instant access. So that's the post you're going to share. Post it to Facebook. If you don't do this, you won't get on the rotator. Simple as that. And then we'll post the second one to Google. And if you just let it do its thing, just take your time. So that's what it's going to post to Facebook. Google Plus. Just click post, and then just wait for the second green tick. Don't touch anything. There you go. Thank you for sharing. Now you can join our team build and get started. Back to website. Click back to the website, open the form, and then fill in your details. Use a good email, because if you don't use a good email, you cannot confirm it, and it won't add you to the rotator. So you can put a junk email in there, waste everybody's time, including your own, because if you don't confirm your email, I won't get those details. Once I've got those 2 details, you'll get put in the rotator for this program. And then we're all, like we said yesterday, we'll go over that on Monday again, because I know we're short for time today, but share some videos from the Facebook group. Today I posted one, it's had 50 hits. Now, 50 hits. I got accused of rambling on a few minutes before, so I won't go too far. But 50 hits on a banner for free while they're watching a video is priceless. And people will, all you have to do is just go to the Facebook group, go to my wall, go to Willie's, see a post for the Facebook, Early Birds Facebook, share it. Share it anywhere. Into a group, onto your wall, Facebook, Google. It's viral advertising. And it'll also help, even if you've got your two downline. I'll just stop sharing. Sorry, no, I won't. I'll just scroll up a bit. I've added a help and information section on the same page, so you can watch some short videos, how to purchase your level, how to upgrade your level, information about push credits. Obviously, that's a little bit small, so just click that screen, a little corner, and it'll make the screen bigger. When you're finished, click it again, and it'll make it smaller. I just didn't want to take too much space up. And there's some links there for Traffic Wave, where you can download, import our email campaigns. All you have to do is, you don't have to mess around. That's where Tammy comes into the show. She's our brains. She can spell and put the dots and the T's where they're supposed to be. All you have to do is change the links in the email. Somebody believe, I fell for them, to be honest. I did tell them twice, but they imported the emails and then carried on, but they were promoting somebody else's link. So you've got to change the email, the links in the emails to your own. Again here, I'm going to be putting all different places to advertise this opportunity. So you've got first, but what I forgot to mention, Infinity Push is an advertising platform. I'm getting sales out of there now from me ad credits, but I'll not go too much into that. I'll leave that one for Clinton. But I think that's. Is there anything else I should be saying, Willie?
No, I think you've covered. That's a good intro.
I'll get it wrong if I don't.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I was like, that's perfect. Now we have one of the owners of the Infinity Push system here on with us today, and we're excited about it. And he's going to kind of walk through, some of the vision behind the company and why they're doing what they're doing. We're excited to partner with them and to work with them because this really exemplifies, that piece of advertising. It's the advertising community, but actually the income piece too. You got to have that. We're all about advertising and income. So this is an advertising community, Infinity Pushes, and it's got so many layers built within, and some people get overwhelmed. So we thought we'd just have Clinton come in and talk a little bit about the program. The vision behind the program, what they're doing, maybe some sneak peeks and some things that are coming at us. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hey, Clinton, welcome to the Early Birds, and we so appreciate you showing up and coming in and speak to us today.
Excellent. Are you able to hear me? Am I on?
Great. Yes, we can hear you.
Excellent. Yeah, and I've been having a little trouble with the my camera, so I apologize for that. Welcome. I'm glad everybody's here today, and we've had a lot of fun with Infinity Push already. Our goal here is to be the preeminent income advertising community in the internet space. And what makes us so cool is the value proposition. I'm sure if you're familiar with Bitcoin, if you're participating in really anything in the network marketing industry, you've seen programs that come, everybody gets excited, and then it just kind of fades away because there's no value proposition. And one of the key phrases that we have begun using is really cool and talks about that value. Don't worry, we're going to get to money in a second. But the exciting thing is that the bigger that our members help us get, the greater the value of the advertising, and the greater the advertising in our community, the bigger the value. And so it's a virtuous circle. I mean, how many times have you gotten involved in different programs? You buy an ebook or something, you make a bunch of money, and then people wander away because there's no reason to keep doing it. So we've built into thousands of members in just barely over a month, and we're still in a pre-launch phase, a public pre-launch phase. But the key is that we have 3 different compensation plans, and I'm not going to go too far into them because I don't want to hear any heads exploding across the world. But our core piece, think of it as the blue chip within our income portfolio, is our 2x10 personally forced matrix. Now, this is an exploding matrix as opposed to exploding heads. Exploding matrix, where as the matrix widens, the commissions get bigger. There's 10 levels. That means there's 10 purchases. And the exciting thing is that you can mathematically earn up to, what is it, 580,000, I think, right, Willie? I think it's 580 grand from one single position. Now that is the core piece. And for each dollar that you spend in our community, you get 1,000 advertising credits. Those advertising credits currently can be used for banner or text ads. And we're going to be adding entry ads, exit ads, solo ads, a whole wealth of things that will provide you with exposure for your main program, product, or service. But I want you to think for just a minute, as you help us grow, as we all grow together and build to thousands, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands of members who all have Bitcoin wallets, because we pay you commissions via Bitcoin. Okay? So just imagine how valuable this community is that you're helping us build. It gets pretty exciting when you begin to think about that. And the key is that we're going to pay you early on for helping us build, because your position will be great in that 2x10. But then over time, as we get bigger, people are going to buy advertising because of our huge audience, because of the value. Does that make sense? I think that kind of defines it, because we want people to stay and keep coming back. But the other thing I want to let everybody know is that we have two other pieces. We're going to reward you for your direct referrals down as many as 10 levels. We're also going to reward you with when you purchase the premium membership, you can earn to infinity depth and infinity number of $10 and $3 matches. Now, I don't want to go too deep into that, but again, my background is as a financial planner, and we always talked about diversification. Okay, so what we want to do here is provide 3 diversified income platforms: the 2x10, the unilevel, and in essence, what is binary, through the premium membership. And what that does, folks, is if you're helping us build, what it means is you're going to be seeing commissions from every which way to Sunday. Some might be big, as much as a couple of $100. Some might be small, as much as $1. And Jim, is there any chance you'd be able to, or I don't know whether you'd want to, but there might be some value to showing a screenshot of your income statement, not to show them the amounts, and maybe I'm talking out of school, but just the fact that there's $1 here, $1.25 here, 75 cents here, a match there. Because folks, it's as a premium member in Infinity Push, and by telling a few who tell a few, you're helping us build the value. But as people see the value, we're also going to be in a position where income will be coming from every which way to Sunday. And while Jim's looking for that, one of the things that we're going to be debuting in the next couple of weeks are notifications, where every single time something happens, a new member in your matrix, a new member in your binary, a free member, a paid member, a matrix commission, you're going to get an email. Now that sounds good, but I want you to think about the effect that it's going to have on the people in your downline and your referrals. Because
hey, Clinton, I have the screen that you're referring to up whenever you're wanting me to share.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Yeah, if you can pull that up, and then I'll just kind of, make a random comment or two. But the key here, folks, is, again, I want you to think about 2 things. Perfect. Excellent. All right. Now, folks, look at what we've got going on here, okay? It doesn't look like a lot of commissions, and there's a lot of, nomenclature there that may not make sense, but you want to look at the credit, okay? Willie earned $1, $2.50, $1.25, $5.75, $3. Those are all commissions generated based on what's happening in his downline, okay? But there are also commissions like $8 and $15 and trying to think of the numbers, $25 and $90 commissions that are possible too, as the system builds. So the key here not only is the commissions, but the fact that as your team are earning these, they're getting notifications saying you earned $1, you earned $2. And that keeps the attention of the audience, causing them to come back, tell a few people, and keep the traffic to the site high. Does that all make a little bit of sense?
Definitely.
So yeah, that was good, Willie, to show those. And we've designed it so that there are some big commissions. In fact, folks, just as I said before, if you filled your complete 2x10, not the binary, not the unilevel, just the 2x10, the mathematical income potential is close to $600,000. And I don't know about you, but that's a nice chunk of change to happen. And we start having people make tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars in our community. Trust me, there will be a lot of people that want to come in. And what happens when we get bigger? The value gets greater. Make sense? Any questions, Jim or Willie, that I might have missed?
No, I just want to jump in. I just want to, people who know me know that I'm pretty careful. I don't throw me money, huge amounts of money. I like to test the water and everything else. I joined this program as I think it was brass or bronze, I can't remember. And with the hard work, with the work, and nobody's going to make any bitcoins for just sitting looking at a screen. But with the hard work that I did, I used the rewards of that hard work to upgrade the blue diamond. And that's the top level, 1,000. I think it's 1,550, something like that. But I didn't spend that money. I literally bought the first few packs, few levels, and everything I made, I upgraded myself with those profits in Bitcoin. And everything what comes in Bitcoin now is just home sailing. It's literally there's a lot to explain. And we've got in the media center, we've got all the videos there to break down the 3 different payment plans there, because if you try and digest it all in one go, your head will explode, like Clinton said. Just watch one video. It'll explain the basic compensation plan, then the second one, then the third one. They're all interlinked with each other. I'd go for the whole 3. Yeah, the push team, you get. I could waffle on for hours. I'm going to get wrong because I know I talk too much. But you can get if you're a personal sponsor, you get a commission from there. You get commissions from all over the place. My back office, I see them all over, and I just think, geez, what's going to happen when this actually launches publicly? It's just still in a private pre-launch. We're just sorting the nuts and the bolts out, and and the kinks and the. I'm excited for this one. I'm telling you. And the mathematics, and again, anybody who knows me knows I would never say this unless it was mathematically sound. You'll not see me pushing the hype on this hangout. You'll not see me pushing a program, put $10,000 in, and we'll pay 2% a day, because that's not going to happen. This is mathematically sound. I'm telling you. And when all these hypes are finished, those people are going to come back. So just get your foot in the door. And, I was thinking about it today. Everybody's running off to these crazy ideas. And okay, some might make a few bob, some might make a few Bitcoin. Majority won't. And they're all going to come running back like, wounded dogs licking the sore wounds. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. So just stay focused, get stuck in, and get your foot in the door, because it's going to work. I know it's going to work. And I've told Clinton this as well. My enthusiasm on this, he was even surprised at me. My enthusiasm, I know this, it's not a rev share. It's not, I'll take this Bitcoin to pay that Bitcoin. It's literally mathematically calculated. So when someone pays in, it pays out the commissions, and there's money there to pay the commissions. It's not waiting for the next person to pay the first person. So that's why I'm comfortable, and I'll sing this from the rooftops. And I put my money where my mouth is, and I went blue diamond. And I'm not saying go and spend your electric money. Start off and promote it. Advertise it in the other programs. And remember, people, sorry, Clinton, I have to say this, it's a Bitcoin program. So these people are going to make Bitcoins, and they're going to join all over our other programs because our programs are Bitcoin based, and they're going to have some money in the pocket. So I have to say that. Sorry, Clinton, that's business. So.
Fantastic.
But I'm done. I'm good.
Good. Now, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know whether you could still hear me or not. But that's one of the things I like about the Early Birds is it's, again, with my financial planning background, it's a portfolio. Jim, you picked, and Willie, you picked some great programs here that work well together, and we're delighted to be part of the family.
Smashing. That's great. We're trying to pick. We have to pick tools. What our philosophy is a tool with an income stream. And yep. Infinity Push is exactly that. It's an advertising tool with an income stream, and that fits the bill. And it's not funny money. That's as long as there's those 3 little things, we can always try something. And I'm excited. And I know it's not going anywhere. So we'll be around screaming from the rooftops when everybody's crying because they've lost thousands.
Well, this is not my first rodeo either. I've built advertising income communities before, and the same thing happens where people wander, they get excited, refer a few, they wander away after the next shiny object, and then they come back. because they're always here because they're using the advertising, but they get excited and go chase off of this. When that blows up, guess what? Uncle Clint and Uncle Jim and Uncle Willie are still here. Okay.
Oh, I know.
And that's the whole thing, is that that's fine. Go out there and play. It's the same thing again, back to my financial background. Make sure you got your portfolio. Nothing wrong with playing a penny stock now and then, but have your blue chip portfolio. And that's what you've got with Infinity Push and with the portfolio, Jim, that you have at the Early Birds. Couple of real quick things, Jim. There are attendees that are already members of IP, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Just a quick thing, folks. We have enabled now the click tracking. So you're seeing the results. We've been tracking that. We just got the reporting done. And then we now have a new functionality. You might want to log in, that each ad that you see within the community, there's a little button that allows you to report that. If that ad looks like a Ponzi or something inappropriate, you can report it. I will then view it. And if I deem it to be against our terms, we'll ban that, because we are a safe ad community. We don't want junk. We don't want things that are going to hurt people. Like I say in my presentations, we consider our members to all be friends, and I don't want you to get hurt seeing something that I know could hurt you within our community. Good. And we've got more things coming, more features, more, the tech team is always working on things. But yeah, that's pretty exciting to see those. And those click ratios, Jim, were pretty good, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm just looking on my other screen. I was looking earlier on today, and I have had sales in this. I've advertised, I will say it, Hitsmonkey. It's a brilliant source to advertise this. I advertise this in Hitsmonkey and that vice versa. But I've had sales from this in there, so it's already paying for itself in other ways. Never mind the income stream in Bitcoin that this is providing. It's also providing an income on some advertising that I'm putting in there. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work it out. No, I'm impressed. Definitely. It's like I said, it fits the bills. It's mathematically sound, and that's everyone can paint a pretty picture, but if you take away all the guts and the glory and you calculate the numbers, that's just, for me, this is sound. I don't see a problem with it, and believe me, we wouldn't be pushing it as hard as we are in the Early Birds if we didn't believe in it. That's for sure. It's it's what can I say?
Well, we sure appreciate it.
Well,
we
and
really
I
appreciate
something
it.
here. Go ahead, with what Jim was saying. Those of you that are watching right now, and Clinton, I'll let you finish in a second. Those of you who are watching right now, we haven't really gone into this fact. Go to we have a link below that's going to lead you to more information about Infinity Push. Is going to explain more about why we're so excited and what Clinton's talking about. And also, Clinton, if you would, could you talk about your presentations? You kind of mentioned that. So when do you do the presentations? How often?
Excellent. Yeah, we've got, I do 4 live presentations a week. Currently, it's the same presentation. We're going to start splitting that up into different types, focusing on different angles within the community. But we do those Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock and 9:30 Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time. And if you click, once you've joined for free at Infinity Push, there's a link that says news, and I have different pieces of news and links and stuff. So that's where you can register for the next webinar. But yeah, thanks, Willie, for that. Because we like doing live webinars. It gives a chance for you to meet me, ask questions. We're not hiding behind videos. It's just like Jim and Willie and the team here at Early Birds do. You guys are out there. You're there. You're real people, and that's the same motif that we want to follow at Infinity Push. But yeah, thanks, Willie, for that. I love doing the webinars. We'd love to have you pop in and bring a friend or 2 or 10.
That's what I like as well. The owner is not hiding behind 50 IP addresses. That's another
Exactly.
thing. I mean, I talk to Clinton quite a lot, and I'm always involved in all of our programs. 9 out of 10 of them, I'll talk to the owners. And if I don't talk to the owners, it's very rare, very, very rare that I have anything to do with it. But this is, again, open. He brings himself out there, and he's not hiding behind anywhere. There is actually his partner, Les, but he's in Australia and he's always in bed, but I'm up, so I can never speak to the guy. I've called him a couple of times, but it's not because he doesn't want to speak to us. It's because of the time zones. But that's anyway. I'm going to stop now.
All right, so we're getting to that point now. We wanted to make this as just a brief intro. Of course, we're discussing early birds, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here. I'm getting to that. Jim's trying to get me to the point. We're we're going to have all the links below in the description. Go to our website. Oh, we're going to have one link. Oh, okay, I'm being corrected here. Yeah, but go to the link below, and then you have you have questions about the actual webinars. Reach out to us, guys. Go to our Early Birds Facebook group. I'm there. Jim's there. Tammy's there. Clinton, thank you so much for joining us today and kind of shining a light on Infinity Push. We're truly excited about it. We're grateful.
Absolutely.
I'm not quite up to the blue diamond. I'm at the diamond level, but I'm about to upgrade. I'm going to hit that blue diamond level. But Jim's right. The advertising is phenomenal. Yeah, I know. I knew Jim was going to point that out. So, yeah, but anyway, thank you so much again, Clinton. Jim, I'm wrapping it up, man. If you have anything, last words.
Good. Just have a good weekend. Thanks for coming on, Clinton.
All right.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend. We appreciate you. Y'all take care.
Same to you. Cheers. Bye, everybody.